y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another installment of Anti-Hauled It, but bought it, because I clearly have a problem. And in all honesty, this is probably going to be the last one we're going to be doing for a while, because as y'all know at this point by now, 2020, low buy, we ain't going to be buying stuff we want, let alone stuff we're anti-hauling. We ain't just going to be about that life, but I have accumulated some things that I had passed preliminary judgment on that I then decided to heck with it and got anyway, because like I said, I have a problem. Y'all seem to like this one the first time I did it. Abby Williams also did, I think she posted hers like this close before I posted mine. I will leave hers down below as well. We're just gonna talk about these things that I anti-hauled and purchased, and was it worth going back on my word to not have these things, or is it things that I was right. I should have just let them go. And the first two we're going to talk about are going to be things that inevitably weren't worth it, because I don't have them in my collection anymore. The first of which being the Huda Beauty Nude Mini Obsession palettes. Now, I anti-hauled these because the nude palette lover in me really wanted them. I was like, I love that palette. It's great. You know, these look all beautiful and nude and rich and gorgeous. The kind of neutrals I could get down with. But I anti-hauled them because they were $29 a piece, and I'm like, you don't really need them. You got the nude palette. You know, there were a myriad of good reasons why I ended up not purchasing them. And you know, and then my husband, God bless him, he was like, oh look, here you go. And I was like, well, okay, let's get a review out of this. And now these palettes have like 4.5, nearly 5 stars on Sephora. And I want to know what I'm doing wrong, because I wasn't a fan. I mean, the mattes were okay. I felt like they weren't as good as the mattes in the larger Huda Beauty palettes, or the other mini palettes. I've got her Jewel Tones one. I've got her Coral Obsessions ones. I've got the Neon ones. Those ones I'll absolutely love. But these ones just seemed a little bit harder to work with. They muddied a little bit, and the shimmers. Y'all, I like a shimmer that does what it's supposed to do without being told, without being coddled, without being cajoled into doing what it's supposed to. You know, you make a shimmer and you buy it and you're like, this is gonna work, and it doesn't. That's a problem. They were just not, you know, I like me some cha-cha-cha-cha. And this is like from the ColourPop. This whole thing is from the main squeeze whatever palette. I don't have to cajole it to do anything. It just does it, and it's glad to do it. I mean, those, they went back. They definitely went back. It was not for me. And another thing that was not for me was the Lolita Por Vida palette. Once again, a product that on Sephora has, you know, going on 5 stars. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Why do I suck at makeup? You know, what do I gotta do? Because you don't go into a product wanting to hate it. You know, we don't go in wanting to spend our money and ended up wasting that money. Contrary to what some people believe, that's just not a thing. And kind of with the same thing with the Huda Beauty. You know, the mattes were okay. They weren't, you know, Mi Vida Loca. They weren't, you know, Metal Matte. They weren't even, you know, Saint and Sinner or Shade and Light. They were just kind of And then those like big, ginormous, fancy shimmer, you know, such a pain to work with a brush, you know, and with using the finger, you're gonna have to leave like skid marks on your eyelid to get the kind of pigmentation you're getting when you're just swatching it. And I resent, y'all know I resent a shimmer, like I keep saying, that doesn't do as it's told on the first. If I can't pick you up with a brush and apply you just on here, what's the point? Why do you exist? And so just on a whole, it was just the color story and the quality. It just wasn't anything where I was like, yes, we needed this. We wanted this. This is exactly what we wanted the Lolita big palette to be. Yeah. No, it's absolutely not what we wanted. Then let's get into some things that are like, I don't know if I anti-hauled this. I did talk about it in my makeup that tempts me. The Viseart Grand Pro 3. This is an expensive palette. This is an ungodly expensive palette. But believe me when I tell you, it is worth every single blinking penny. Like, when you buy something that's like super expensive, I feel like a part of you doesn't want it to be good, because then you can be like, well, take it back and it's totally not worth all the whatever. But this matte formula is one of the most unparalleled matte formulas I have ever tried. From lightest to darkest, pigmentation, blendability, wearability, just everything. Absolutely everything. Their shimmers are good. I have some of their shimmers, whatever, you know, but I feel like when it comes to investing in this brand, what you really want to invest in is either a palette with both, an equal ratio, or matte, because they're sublime, beautiful, decadent, sumptuous. I mean, oh, excuse me. Probably my favorite matte formula of all time. Definitely top 5 and top 3. Just, I kind of hate saying it because this thing is expensive. But it's lovely. It is lovely. Words within the makeup, whatever, cannot describe how absolutely sumptuous and beautiful this is. A pleasure. I shake hands with this and I thank it for allowing me to work with it. If they come out with more of these all matte ones, depending on the color story, because this color story is everything. And the fact that it goes from light to dark and it's all cohesive. I mean, this thing has basically everything going for it that a matte and a color lover could want. Although it is a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. But it's absolutely fan-tucking-fastic. These are also something, I think I anti-hauled them as well as makeup that tempts me, maybe? But Patrick Ta, I think he's a fancy makeup artist. I'm a little bit ignorant, but he released like fancy spritzy aerosol highlighters or something like that. And I was like, you know, I don't need an aerosol highlighter, although I would probably bathe in it if I got it. And he released, blushes. And, y'all know, I don't need any more makeup. I mean, that's just straight up. Really don't need any more blush. I mean, I just makeup. Just put that caveat right there. I don't need no more. But he released these monochromatic moment blush. And me being me, I did have a gift card. I was just like, you know what? Got the gift card. It is time to treat yourself. And I got all 4. And these are really beautiful. Now, if you are someone who likes a heckin' pigmented blush, if you're used to like Urban Decay, if you're used to Laura Geller, even a lot of the Too Faced ones, these probably ain't gonna be your jam. These are much more akin to like Tarte blushes, where they're a lot harder pressed in the pen. Do not try to swatch these, because they will do absolutely diddly. But they're just this beautiful, perfect, natural flush. They're just really beautiful. I'm not sure how deep skin friendly they're gonna be, just because like on me, and I'm like white, it takes a while for me to build up that pigmentation, so I'm not sure how it's gonna be for someone with the deeper melanin. But these have become like my perfect go with everything blush. Like these in different tones, all of these have the same thing going for it as like Tarte's Exposed does, but you get different tones. They're just enough. If you have mature skin, you know, they're very soft and diffused and just really ethereal and delicate. Which y'all know typically when it comes to blush, I go a little more cha-cha-cha-cha, but I have been loving these. This is the only one, this is She's Adorable. That's the only one that's like illuminating. Even though it's more like a satin, not so much an illuminating one, all the others are matte and they're just, if he comes out with more colors, I'll probably buy them. Not in 2020, but at some point. Then something that I anti-hauled back in the summer? Yeah, this was, we're just gonna go right into it. Rihanna, Fenty Beauty, they released their summer collection and they released these little poutsicle, beautiful bullet blurred lipstick things. Now y'all know, 9 times out of 10, I am not reaching for a bullet lipstick. I got liquid lipsticks for every occasion. I got liquid lipsticks in the majority of colors. But I was browsing on Sephora, I was looking through the sales section, and these popped up, and I was like, and I think I bought 3. I bought Go Deep, Alpha Doll, and Tropic Tantrum. And I tried them, and I love the formula. It's like this, it's like a mixture between, it's not heavy like a regular lipstick, but it's like got a lot of pigment to it. It's like airy and soft and blurred, and it doesn't accentuate lines or texture, which is hard to do on a lipstick, let alone a crazy colored lipstick. And so I went in the store and they happened to have a couple more, and so I bought the Hot Blooded, Motorboat, and Perpsicle. And I just really love these. I feel like this is like a really great and underrated formula, because I know like all of her her summer collection is in the sales section. I'm like, why ain't nobody talking about these? These are so nice. They're like the best between a matte and a they're just so nice. They stay, they're opaque, but they're not heavy. I mean, I love these. If all bullet lipsticks were this formula, I'd have a whole bunch of them. I mean, I already do have a whole bunch of them, but I'd actually wear them. I'm just kind of sorry that no more people don't talk about these, and they're limited edition, and that's depressing because I mean, between the packaging and just the whole shebang bang, I love these. They're fantastic. Best bullet lipstick purchase I've probably ever made. This next product, it's always embarrassing. It's always shameful when it's a product you've like talked about multiple times in multiple videos where you're like, I'm not gonna buy that because it's stupid. And then you buy it because you're stupid. I talked about it in anti-haul, and I believe I talked about it in makeup I would have bought 5 years ago, but apparently we're bringing it, you know, 2019. The Too Faced Triple Scoop palette. Your girl found this at Marshall's for $10, and I was like, you know what? I bought it, you know, because I have a highlighter problem, and this is gonna be the last face palette I buy for an extended period of time, because I don't need no face palettes because I don't use them. But Spooky Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, she said she really liked it, and this is a really pretty formula. It's kind of like a kind of a mixture between the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost and the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighters. Kind of like that effervescent fairy fart top coater, but better. This one I use on its own. These two I use as blush toppers. They're really nice. I'm glad I paid $10 for it. I definitely would have been a lot more upset if I paid more for it, because it's okay. You know, it's not, you know, it's okay. I mean, for $10, I'll make it work. It smells really nice. If you don't like glitter and you don't like a little bit of maybe chunk in your highlighter, this is definitely something to pass on. But it's kind of cute. It's kind of nice, you know, for $10, you know. it ain't bad, because you know, this one is the one I use all the time as a highlighter, so that's $10 for one highlighter, and then you got these two that I top over my matte blush or a satin or whatever to give it a little more zhuzh. So yeah, this is honestly something that I could have left. Even for $10, this is something that I could have just, you know, left at the store. Then something else that I definitely left at the store. I anti-hauled this, and I even kind of roasted this product in roasting the sales section, because it is completely something none of us asked for, and it's, like I said, it's on sale. But this is the Becca Champagne Pop Glow Dust Highlighter. So they took Champagne Pop, and they smashed it all up, and they put it in a little sifter thing, and they added a little bit of glitter. I mean, what blew me away about this is I paid $10 for this at Marshall's. And I was all like, yeah, totally. I mean, you know how you get, you're in the moment and you're like, I mean, y'all know I have like no self-control, and that's a problem. That's something we're gonna have to rein in 2020. But y'all, this retailed originally for $42. $42. Who set the price point on this? I mean, come on. And it's okay, you know, it's a loose highlighter with a little bit of, you know, stuff. I mean, it's not going to be giving me anything different that my Champagne Pop pressed isn't going to give me. You know, yeah, it's got a little bit of glitter in it, but like, I could just, you know, I've got a myriad of other products that have a little bit of glitter in it. So this is most, I mean, I'm going to use it, but it's just like, girl, I mean, this is so redundant. So redundant. Like I said, I have Champagne Pop. And it's literally like, what is this gonna do that's different? Nothing. I've tested it and tried it, so you don't have to. If you have Champagne Pop press, y'all don't need this. Don't pay, well, it's on sale now, but definitely for all y'all that paid $42, I hope you love the shiz out of it, because this ain't a $42 highlighter. Another face palette. I anti-hauled this, and a couple of y'all were like, girl, if you're gonna, but I anti-hauled this, and a couple of y'all were like, girl, if you're gonna anti-haul this, you need to go invest in some other things. And that is the Jouer Rose Cut Gems blush palette. Now, y'all, I anti-hauled the 6-pan, just normal squares blush palette from Jouer, and that has so many great reviews. So many people love it, and I'm kind of sorry I didn't get that instead of this, because this is just kind of okay. It's a lot smaller than I expected. The packaging is really flimsy, and it's just kind of like cardboard. The blushes have not blown me away. They're okay. They're not the most pigmented. They're not the smoothest. The Diamond in the Rough highlighter here is basically an effervescent fairy fart. It doesn't do a lot. It's patchy. It's what yeah, this is one I should have left at the store. And if I still can return it, I'm probably gonna return it, because it was just really disappointing. And the colors were so pretty. I was like, yes, look at that garnet and the Kiss Me and the crystalline and the peach and the yes. Online it looked fantastic, but in person and on face, not so much. And I might as well get the most embarrassing one out of the way. I know, I'm a failure. So I had points from Ulta, and Ulta was having Black Friday deals, and two of the Black Friday deals were the Kylie blushes and highlighters. They were $10 a piece, and I said, you know, let's just, we'll try a few. I know, I'm sorry, I'm weak. Say what you will in the comments below. They got me. I mean, I have no one else to blame but myself. This is my own stupid actions, and the thing I probably hate the most about it is the fact that this is a really nice blush formula. This one is in the shade Rosy. It's what I have on my cheeks today, you know? this is a really nice formula. It's a very soft, diffuse, not freakishly pigmented blush. I would say this is a good beginner blush. Formula, the color, I mean, it takes a bit for you to build it up, and I'm just like, you know, I wasn't exactly sure what I was expecting. It's nothing that's like, phenomenal. You know, it's not like, it's the best blush formula ever. But it definitely isn't the awful, crazy crap show that I kind of thought it would be. So the blushes are really nice, and for the $10 I spent, and I hate it when people are like, use your points, it's not your money. I'm like, it is your money because you have to spend money to get money. But for the $10 I spent, I can't be mad. Now, the highlighters are, they're okay. For how they look in the pan, you'd think they were going to be some kind of something, and I'm sure they're better than what her original formula was. This one is in quartz, and that one was Ice Me Out. You know, they're a bit more subtle on first impact. You got to build them up a bit. You know, they're not your ka-cha on the first stroke. But for the $10 price tag, not for I think the $18 price tag, it's not bad. You can make it work. You use a little bit of setting spray and they get all whatever. Once again, I would say for someone, I mean, for her demographic, which is like teen and tween, I would say these formulas are on point. Because you don't want something that's like heckin' pigmented, that's gonna whatever. You want something that they can work with, that they can play with and build up. So for that, you know, for $10, I'm really happy with the blush, and these are kind of, you know, okay, I'll use them, and, you know, we'll see what, you know. Hopefully y'all don't unsubscribe from me for being weak. But that is all I have for the anti-hold it but bought it category for y'all. I really hope you enjoyed that. These are kind of like fun to film, especially since you're just like, it's just like, yeah, I mean, you know those like, what those dog shaving things where it's like, I peed on my brother. You know, it's kind of like that. You're like, I anti-hold this but bought it because I have no self-control. I just need to have the sign on me. Obviously, let me know what you think about these products. I know a lot of y'all really enjoyed the nude palettes as well as the Kat Von D. You know, let me know down below, and if you have a way that you use these and make them work, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah.